who is proving him. We so unworthy, I beg for mercy to you who has been.
Praise the Most High, family. Praise our Abba Yahuwah, the Most High Elohim, the one that sits high and looks low. I was gonna say sits the highest and looks low. Same thing. I was just reminded by Nicoti about one of the ideas we shared, and we were speaking on our ancestor Peter was sleeping in the jail. Pardon me. The night before he was supposed to be executed. And she reminded me of that. She said Peter was sleeping good. Let me check and be sure. I don't want to misrepresent our sister and what she quoted. She said, Khan Ak Robert Kiefer was knocked out asleep. He was sleeping hard. And I came back and said, snoring, I'm sure. Comfortable in his trial. And how many of y'all know that today I need to hear that? It was just a grand reminder of the position we're supposed to hold. Or should we say the stance we're supposed to always be in. And to be quite honest, it's how we're sitting. Oh boy. See, we're sitting in heavenly places with the Most High. And while we're sitting in them heavenly places, the text goes on to say that he's preparing a table before us in the presence of our enemies. So, while we're in the presence of our enemies, family, our enemy is not just standing there watching. They're serving us. Praise the Most High. See, the Most High has prepared the meal, but he's making our enemies serve us. Praise the Most High. And in order to enjoy this, well, let me say I hope everyone is well today. I was so excited about this because I needed this heart medicine this morning. I really didn't know what I was going to speak on today, and really didn't know if I was. Of course, the Most High has already given us ideas that we already wrote down and did some studying on, but I hadn't really edited my last couple that I'm going to put out most I willing today. I'm in between jobs, so I have a couple of hours so I can go back and edit those and get this one in. But like I said, I hope everyone is well and that you're able to enjoy this day. And see, is what I learned, really enjoying your day is getting out. Once again, pardon the ashy hands. These are working man hands, man. Oh boy. A few years ago, I didn't know if I would ever say that again. But of course, I always work. After that stroke, I was kind of concerned if I would ever get out and hit a lick again. So it's not the same if you have worked all your life. Even when I was out there doing wrong, hustling, I worked during the day and hustled at night. Praise the Most High. Yeah, we had to clean that up. I don't want my family talking about me. But yeah, what I've learned is you can't really enjoy your day. First of all, if you're not enjoying it with the Most High, finding your very being in Him, every single day when you get up, before them feet hit the floor, you got to make contact with your Abba. You might not know if that floor is actually there, or if you're gonna put them feet down on the floor. Because you could be like I was on my way to a bathroom, took a few steps and fell out, stroked out. Praise the Most High, he saw it coming. Oh boy, what an idea. And we're going to use that as our idea for today. He saw it coming. Like I said, I hope everyone is enjoying the day. And the second part that has to be set up right for you to enjoy your day is to be able to get up and get out, get some fresh air, some sunshine, and most high willing, some exercise. See, this is when we're really living. It's not just getting up and going lay on the couch watching TV. No, that's not gonna do it. See, first we got to get involved in this day. We got to get involved with the living of this day. Praise the Most High. And back to our idea for today. He saw it coming. You might ask, Robert, what did he see coming? Whatever came. Oh boy. Or whatever's on the way. He saw it before. Because like I said, he sits in a lofty position to where he can look over everything. Like one text, I'm going to put this in my own words. It says he looks down on the earth and the earth is his footstool. If I'm not mistaken. But it's like he's sitting right over, looking over his phone and doing what he need to do, just like we do. Praise the Most High. But he saw it coming. And we actually had today, this was a word of today recording or idea. And it is extrospection. And what it means is the observation of things external to one's own mind, as opposed to introspection. And what made this this word of the day so interesting to me is we just did the word introspection maybe last week or the week before. So now extrospection pops up on my timeline. And it's perfect because just as Peter was going through a hard trial, he had to have an extrospection of the situation. Oh boy, yes he did. See, he had to think like Saul thought. Kiefer had to think like Saul thought, and saying it's better if I go on and leave this earth. I'm going to be with my Savior. I'm going to be with Yahushua. But if I stay, it's just as well for the people he has put in my life to share my light. Just like I saw this sign today. It said, your lamp is bringing life-saving light to others. It's not only for your path, but you gotta think about other folks who's being inspired by your life. Thank you, Father. Just like I ran into my customer this morning. She was way out of the city, out into another city, about 50 miles from Charlotte to Salisbury. About an hour out. But those are little rides I take about once or twice a week, just to enjoy the time, away from the hustle and bustle of the traffic around town. And more than not, those jobs turn out to be good paying jobs, just like this one today. But I met this sister, a sister Barbara, and she stayed in a elderly folk community. I didn't know it beforehand, but usually those are good tippers. Oh boy. And I didn't know beforehand, but it was a sister, a Hebrew. And She was so kind, and the more I hung around her, the more I understood why. She knows my daddy. She said, Robert, do you mind if I play some music? She said, I just can't stand this silence. I said, no ma'am, I sure don't. And see, she was off in the other room because part of our contract is that she will be off in another room. Social distance. They still have them rules set up. So she was off in the next room, and I'm busy working. And the whole time I had, questions and conversation popping up in my head. But I said to myself, let me go on and get this work done, because I don't know what she's doing in that next room. So it wasn't like I was trying to be silent towards her or trying not to conversate with her, but I was, handling my business. So she cut on the music. I said, uh-oh, we have a believer here. I said, Miss Barbara, are you a believer? She said, I sure am, Robert. And she went on about how long she been loving the Most High, how long she's been a believer. I said, okay, well, I am too. And it's good to meet another sister. And we conversated for a bit. And then conversation went towards my testimony. And I was telling her my testimony. And she was like, you sure don't look like what you've been through, Robert. The storyline of my life. I've heard this, I'm sure, over 50 times since I had that stroke. I said, yes, ma'am. I said, it's all about the Most High and what He's done for me. And she had tears in her eyes and said, Robert, you don't know how much I need to hear that today. I said, yes, ma'am, and I appreciate it. And she went to testifying to me about her story and what I need to do as far as continue to tell my testimony, because it influenced her so powerfully, and it will have the same effect on other folks. I said, well, praise the Most High. You know what I did today, family? For a split second, I was able to have an extrospection of my life, which means looking outside of my own situation and sharing with that lady the Most High and our relationship with Him. And she was so excited. And she said, yeah, Robert, I missed talking to my son this morning. He would usually call me and we would have prayer together. I said, well, Miss Barbara, do you mind if I pray with you? She said, no, sir, I would surely enjoy it. Which we did, and we prayed, and I prayed, and then after that she prayed. And Miss Barbara is a praiser, family. And as she was giving me her testimony, she said something, but she slid in the idea that her middle name was Israel. Oh boy. She said my name would have to be Israel. My middle name would have to be Israel for such and such to happen. I said, the middle name is Israel. And she took it back for a second, so I just left it out there. And continued on with our conversation. And as I said, we prayed and thanked the Most High for meeting each other. And on my way out, she said, well, Robert, give me your address. I want to send you a piece of money. I said, well, Miss Barbara, I sure would appreciate it. And she went to go get a pen. And she said, well, I wasn't able to go out because I hadn't talked to my son. He would usually come get me. And I would have had some cash here waiting on him. I said, well, I sure appreciate it, Miss Barbara. She said, the only way I have doing is through my card. She said, do you take a card? I said, I sure do. Then she kept talking, and I said, well, Miss Barbara, do you have a cash app? She said, I do. So she sent me a nice piece of change for me. Lives is a change. And see, that helped make my concern about my situation a little bit better. No, a whole lot better. Because, see, family, it's not the point of if the Most High is going to handle something for us. It's just when. And a lot of times he wants us to take an extrospection of the situation, which means pulling ourselves away from the situation, looking around, and a lot of times looking back and said, okay, he's done it this way, that way, this way, that way. So he got to do it again. He can't lie, just like we spoke on in the prior recording. He's not a man that he can lie. If he said he's going to do it. And let's get some script on it. I know y'all said Robin ain't gonna give us no script today, but you know I am. And it's 2 Timothy 3:16 through 17. All scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of the Most High may be complete, thoroughly equipped for every good work. See, part of that extrospection is getting in them scripts. See, this helps our eyesight. Oh boy. Yes, it does. It helps with our eyes to see, our ears to hear, and our heart to perceive, and therefore, with our mouth, we speak. Then we looked at 2 Timothy 4:3. And see, this has become one of my favorite scripts. And I thought I'd slide it on in there. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. They shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. You see, family, when they take their eyes off the Most High, which is his text, his word, then they're turning themselves unto fables. Because of old habits, old ideas, old thoughts, old concerns. See, the Most High has made us promises in his text. So a lot of times it takes us being put in a situation so the Most High could have us to take ourselves out of it spiritually and mentally, and look at the situation and say, okay, why did the Most High allow this? As we said, it's not if, but when he's going to take care of us or deliver us from it. As the text says, he delivers us out of all the afflictions. It says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Most High delivers us out of them all. And praise the Most High, family. We're going to let that be our time. So it's good for us today to take an extrospection of our lives. And to be quite honest, it's good to have an introspection also. If you hadn't heard that recording, it's good to go back and listen to that one. Because we need to look in ourselves to see what may be causing the issue or the problem. And we saw that in 2 Timothy 4:3. But after their own lust, they shall heap to themselves teachers, because they have itching ears. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear somebody pander to their mess. They want to hear somebody co-sign to their mess. We was like that also. But we're not like that anymore. We're changed. We've changed. We've been born again. See, born again means a continuous process of being renewed. It has to be a continual process of being renewed, rather. Yes, you're born again once, but it's a daily affair renewing that mind. You gotta renew that mind. How do we renew that mind, Robert? All scripture is given by the inspiration of the Most High, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, and instruction in righteousness. For instruction in righteousness. So if we're not following these scripts, we don't know what's right. We're not walking righteously. See, a lot of us are in our own righteousness. We're walking the path that we think we're supposed to walk, which is a wide path, and everybody's on it. Just like the text says, wide is the gate, but narrow is the way that leads unto everlasting life. But that wide gate leads unto death. And everybody's on it. Everybody's on it. So it's good to take a step outside the situation. And I like to say, take a peep in the rearview mirror from time to time to see where you come from. But more than anything else, take and remove yourself from a situation when you're troubled about it and say, uh-oh, why am I troubled about this when the Most High got me? Is it something within me that I need to have the Most High remove, and or with my help to remove it? Do I need to stop doing something? Do I need to stop going somewhere? Do I need to stop hanging with certain people? Just like this guy gave us an idea maybe 2 weeks ago. He said, ask yourself what you do differently around certain people. Pardon me. What do you do differently when you're around certain people? Or since certain individuals have been in your life, what have you started doing different? Or what don't you do anymore because certain people are in your life? And he said when you do that, you'll start seeing their assignment and why they were sent into your life. Now, it's not always bad. It's good things that folks, there's good reasons for folks to be in your life or sent into your life. And that's a positive assignment from the Most High. However, at the same time, there are assignments sent by Hasatan also. So we got to be very careful of the people, places, and things. And see, they talked about that a lot up in them rooms. And you know what I'm talking about when I say up in them rooms, if you ever been up in them rooms. I only have to elaborate. But it's also true in the Most High's room when he gets you up in that room. And see, those rooms, they follow in the exact foundation of the Most High's word, but they always turn back and put men into it. And I'm talking about AA, sexual addiction, drug addiction, you know, all them rooms that folks sit up, go in there and try to heal themselves through other people. And see, there is power with other people in your life, you know, especially people of like problems or like situations. But in most of our cases, it's going to take the Most High. No, I say in all of our cases, it's going to take the Most High to deliver us from ourselves. And we're going to shut up. Thank you, Father. We will. Praise the Most High. I love y'all so much. Do stay up and keep pushing forward in the right direction. He saw it coming. So you need an extrospection of the situation. Shalom.